I'm having a rehearsal dinner, and they're like, well, you never have rehearsal days at work, do you?
I didn't hear you, Alex.
Yeah, can you do that again?
Oh, did you not hear that? But no, because if you tell your boss I'm having a rehearsal dinner and you need a day off, then no, it's not even that good. Forget it. Continue. Hello and welcome to the podcast. We're doing things a bit differently today. I'm James Robbins. He's Chandler Monk, and he is Mark Harmon. Welcome to the Three Takes of Stupidity. It's the long-awaited sequels trilogy, and this week we're doing Freaky Friday. I'm joined by James Robbins.
Hello.
Shit.
Oh, James ruined the joke.
I was looking up Mark Harmon.
Fucking dumbass! You're a dumbass!
Do it again.
I'm joined by Chandler Monk,
Hiya.
James Robbins. Hello! And I am still Mark Harmon.
Why did
We're more
sound
confused
like,
than this should be.
Like fucking, what's it, Friday night dinner? Hello.
Hello, Jackie.
Wilson.
You look nice.
Wilson. Shalom.
We're more confused than we should be for a children's film. Let's get into it.
We're not getting into anything, Alex, because I want to find out the nitty-gritty of what you've been up to. I want the dirty details, the secrets, the mystery. So tell me now, before we actually get into it. Fuck's sake. Amateur.
I have been watching a lot of Tom Hanks, or Tim Honks as he's also known, to Peter Griffin films. I think I started with... I've done this before. I love Tim Hanks' films. I think I started with Castaway. Castaway is probably... I always forget about it. It's probably one of my top 3 favourite films. Just because I just love the idea of vanishing to a desert island for a bit.
And fucking a volleyball.
Then I watched... did I watch... No, I was going to watch Toy Story, didn't. And then I watched Captain Phillips. Because again, his performance in Captain Phillips is fantastic. And I particularly love the bit at the end where he's portraying like PTSD, where the guy gets shot right in front of him. And the Navy people are like, are you hurt? He's like, no. It's so good. It's such a great film. We should have done Captain Phillips.
That's a very different film to Freaky Friday.
Captain Phillips, Freaky Friday. Tom Hanks is robbing the boat.
Sold! You're greenlit.
I am the captain now. No, I am the captain now.
Funny you should say Tom Hanks films, because I was sat at home the other day and Catch Me If You Can was on. It was like 20 minutes in, so I watched all of that. And I love Catch Me If You Can. I think Catch Me If You Can is my favourite Tom Hanks film, actually. I really, I think it's one of the best films ever made, to be honest. But other than that, I've continued my rewatch of Suits with my partner. I think we're like halfway through season 3, 4 now, something like that. And it's still great. It's still very good. I'm not looking forward. I think it's the next season where it starts to go a little bit downhill. So not really looking forward to that. But it's still a great TV show. And me and Alex played paddle the other night, and I got absolutely fucking annihilated. 6-1, 6-4, 6-1.
How was the paddle?
The paddle was great. It was really reminiscent of me and Alex from the Euros last year when we were in Germany together, and we played paddle pretty much every day. We managed to find a place that had specific singles courts, so we played paddle and put it on our previous company's card all the time, which is why I got sacked.
I would like to take this moment to plead my right to the Fifth Amendment.
That's only in America. But no, playing singles again was really good fun with Alex. It was a draw in the end out of Germany, and Alex won the battle last night, but he has not won the war for the golden hamburger.
So you finished bottom, and you bottomed for Alex. Nice. Good day.
What have you been up to, James?
You mentioned Tom Hanks. He's in A Man Called Otto, right?
Yes,
He
he's the
is.
main guy. He is Otto.
I haven't seen that.
He is Otto.
My partner said she watched it and said it was really sad. She cried. I know it's meant to be good. I haven't seen
Yeah.
it, but I haven't watched much.
Agreed. I cried as well.
I started a new game called Hollow Knight. I've bit off more than I can chew. It's in the style of like old 2D platformers. It's really cool. It's really fun. The character's cute, although he is a weird ghost with a skull for a head. But he's still cute, but it's really difficult. It's really hard, and I don't know how long I'll go before I stop playing it. Yeah, but I haven't watched
That's
much.
James's ADHD. Something gets hard, wants to stop.
Not normally.
James, instantly not amazing at everything.
Not
immediately.
normally. Things get hard, not normally wanting to stop. My guy, you should know. on this theme of you being a bottom, cut that. Hated that. That wasn't funny.
No. Keep his gross homophobia in. Let's keep it in.
I'm not scared of it.
You're gonna listen. You and the rest of the world are gonna listen back to what you've just said.
The guys, gals, and non-binary pals are welcome and friends of Three Takes of Stupidity. Thank you very much.
I like that. I think if they made it more rhymey every time, that's I like that.
I have stolen that from a chef.
Anyone is welcome at the Three Takes Stupidity. We just need people.
That's not true.
Right wingers.
That's not true.
Wingers, alt-right, you're welcome. Just give us the listenership first.
If you happen to be listening to this in France, please stop.
Oh yeah, Alex.
That is one thing I've not checked in a while. I've not checked our analytics in a while, so I would actually be quite interested to see where all our listeners are coming from around the world.
Do it live.
We'll save that for another episode. Save that for another episode.
Nah, do it live. I'm intrigued now. Look, I know we're going to need to fill time with this record, so
I'll stand by then while I get our analytics up.
But I continued watching Vinland Saga. Alex said he might watch an episode, but didn't. That was upsetting.
Yes, welcome to the bit where it's not what we've watched, it's what James wanted us to watch.
I want you to watch it.
Also known as the Digimon episode.
As I said, there's a new Digimon game coming out. I said last week.
Here we go, statistics.
Was that good enough filler for you? Alex filled you in last night. Boom.
Still a lot from the UK, obviously.
Oh shit.
Jersey is our third most listened place.
That's your mate, isn't it?
UK, US, Jersey.
So, Jersey or Jersey?
Jersey. There are a few new names. There are a few new countries on this list that haven't been here since I last looked. Hong Kong is on the list.
What?
Huh?
Hong Kong.
That's a mistake.
Slovenia. It's the first time I've seen Slovenia.
What? What? Someone's listening to this on a VPN. Hands down, someone's listening to this on a VPN.
Oh yeah, 100%. Especially now since the Online Safety Act.
Chandler's very sad. His wanks have got harder.
A few other weird ones. Well, not weird ones, just ones I've not seen the names of.
I'm sure your money's gone through the roof. If you want to sponsor a little podcast, Surfshark, Nord, Express, Astral.
Any of them. Malta, Vietnam, Cambodia.
I was there.
And
funny enough, that's where I travelled to. Vietnam, Cambodia, that's me.
But did you listen to it while you were away?
I listened to like the intros of the old ones you did.
Yeah, so that does count. And then the other one, did you go to Singapore?
No, but my friend did.
Maybe that's our one listen from Singapore. Another. There is one listen from France. Alex, I'm sorry to say, one.
What?
There is one.
What episode?
This is Cause to Invade.
I don't think it tells me what
Can
episode.
we please do a series of French art films just to fuck off Alex?
No, because it would be the 3 takes, go down to the 2 takes, and then I would have to have one of you, Lee Harvey Oswalded. Housekeeping with the Chandler Monk, He's housekeeping with the Chandler Monk, He stopped having wanks to have a little housekeeping. Have a little housekeeping.
Well,
have a
thanks
little
for that, guys.
housekeeping with the Chandler Monk.
Thanks for that. Freaky Friday has a 6.3 rating on IMDb and 88% rating on tomato meter, a 58% on the popcorn meter, and Freaky Friday is a body swap movie. At the end of the day, that's all it is.
Critics' preferred film.
It is a critic's preferred film. Freaky Friday is about Jamie Lee Curtis playing a mother, getting married, and her daughter, her rebellious teenage daughter, swap bodies for the day, and then they have to learn to see the world through each other's eyes before they can swap back, essentially. That's all the film is about.
Well, it's interesting you say that rebellious teenage daughter. From one point of view, it was misunderstood teenage daughter and the mum not listening for the first half of the film.
No, I completely agree. But I think it is definitely teed up to be a rebellious teenage daughter.
But
Yeah.
she's actually not. And then the mum is just so... The whole setup of the film is Tess Coleman is awful to her daughter and refuses to listen to anything she says because she dresses like a 90s punk rock skater girl.
No, she dresses like Avril Lavigne straight out of the early 2000s.
Yeah.
This film couldn't be more early 2000s if it fucking tried. It's got Lindsay Lohan trying to be a punk rock band, and it's got Chad Michael Murray as the love interest.
Hey, not trying, succeeding. Their main song is a banger.
So yeah, this film is so early 2000s. It's amazing.
It just needs Teenage Dirtbag playing under the whole thing.
I feel like this goes into subsections of movies that embodies Tony Hawk, because I just feel like Tony Hawk was probably within the peak of his powers around the time of these films, and they all have someone skateboarding and playing guitar. It's 1995
Yes.
through to 2005. It's that specific
This
window.
is the golden age of America, though, where everyone in a band, they all play in every garage. I want to say garage. Every garage must have been just filled. I went with the English pronunciation and the American pronunciation at the same time. Every garage must have just been filled.
How many dads can have an old Stratocaster? Because I feel like that's a line that's said in multiple movies.
I feel like the dads in these films, when they buy one, they just immediately they buy it, they get the receipt, and then go, "My heart feels funny." Is anyone else getting that tingling?
I'm just
They
gonna.
die.
I'm just. I don't mean to play that guy, but it's actually an old Telecaster, not an old Stratocaster.
Who gives a
fuck? I
fuck?
don't give a shit.
Nerd!
It's a guitar.
Nerd!
As a guitarist,
You're not a
I care
guitarist.
so much about that different.
You can play the guitar. You're not a guitarist.
Pretty damn well.
A
I can play
guitarist
it pretty damn well. Thank you very much.
implies professional guitar playing.
I could be a professional.
Has anyone paid you for it?
No, but it definitely has got me girls before.
Okay, cool, but that doesn't.
And when I say girls,
you're not a guitarist.
I mean I mean one very specific girl on holiday one year.
girl bracket S bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not a guitarist.
Charlotte couldn't give a shit that I play guitar or not.
And that's what's great about her. I know you can play it well, but I also know that as I said on a previous podcast, you would be the first to bring it out at a campfire, but you've managed to surround yourself with a close group of friends that will appreciate it and sing with you, which is so good for you because I don't know anyone that would. If I was with you, I would. We would not.
I'd
me
use it
and
to
Alex
smash it
would
over
be
your head
massive.
first.
You'd have to knock us out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, going into this film, what were your guys' sort of expectations? Seen the film before?
I've never seen the film before, and I've heard of the concept because it's in like the zeitgeist. Everyone sort of knows what this film is, and I know there was the meme that came from it, but that is the extent of my knowledge of Freaky Friday. I also knew that Jamie Lee Curtis is very good in it because people always bring up her performance in this film, and yeah, I was very much looking forward to that. Not as good as she is in The Bear, but that's understandable. That was probably the greatest performance I've ever seen from anyone ever.
Agreed. What meme?
The one where they're at the top of the stairs and she's like, "Can you just chill?"
This is a nostalgia trip for me because I saw this when I was young. I think someone bought it for me on DVD, my auntie or my mum or somebody. I feel like Lindsay Lohan was at her peak here. I enjoyed her in the Herbie remake, but I was a child. It's probably bad. Parents, Um, the Parent Trap, Mean Girls. I went in expecting this to be terrible, but it being a nostalgia trip. But then I left going, actually, enjoyed that. It's quite good.
Yeah, I'm much the same with James. Like, this is very much a nostalgia trip for me as well. I remember watching it when I was a kid. I was the right age to watch this
It was
film.
the one
first time I
film
watched it.
age appropriate film for you to watch. Were you watching it thinking that someone was going to get decapitated or something because that's what you were used to?
I completely agree with James. Like, Lindsay Lohan, I remember really loving Lindsay Lohan as a kid. Like this, Mean Girls, and Herbie Fully Loaded.
It's amazing.
Like, but yeah, just going back to what Alex said, like these types of films, they've always been about like, so like a quite an original, well, not an original one, from like the 80s is Vice Versa, which is Judge Reinhold and Fred Savage, like father and son do it. There's the Hot Chick as well, if you guys have ever seen that, with Rob Schneider and Anna Faris.
I don't know that one.
Which is really funny. It's also got, remember rightly, it's also got Rachel McAdams in it. Stand by.
She is like Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, it is Rachel McAdams.
Yeah,
it is Rachel McAdams.
She's in a lot of random stuff. I'm getting her mixed up with someone else, so I'm going to stop talking.
Nice. Well done, well done, James. And then the last one I was going to mention is the Change Up, which is like a more adult version with Ryan Reynolds and Jason Bateman. But yeah, I really enjoyed watching. I watched this with my partner. This is a real nostalgia trip for her as well. She was really, really loving it the whole way through. Like, I know I quote random movies, but she could quote this film the entire way. It was a bit ridiculous, actually.
You found your soulmate. We know. You are perfect. You are perfect for each other. It's wonderful, sunshine and roses.
But no, this film does have a very, as I said, this film has a very, very simple plot. Like, Jamie Lee Curtis. The funny thing about Jamie, you said before, Jamie Lee Curtis is terrible at understanding her own daughter, which makes it funnier that she is a psychiatrist in the film. Because, like, surely a psychiatrist can, be a better parent, maybe.
Yeah, but you also you don't want it at the other end of the spectrum where is it Sheldon's mum in Big Bang Theory?
Yeah, it's Leonard's mum.
Oh, Leonard's mum.
Sheldon's mum just a good Catholic woman, whereas
yes, that's right. Yeah,
borderline cult inductee, but no, yeah, Leonard's mum is a scary psychiatrist.
Yes.
But I really enjoy. I think the main thing what carries the film through its quite simple plot of them just trying to basically have to find out through a fortune cookie is the thing that changes them.
But that's Disney. That's just Disney.
It is Disney, but it's also in of itself. It's also very early American 2000s as well. That ancient Asian magic happens. Do you know what I mean? It's quite stereotypical.
100%
magic.
100%.
What do you think about it?
I was like, oh yeah, I remember when it started to happen, when the body switch started to happen. I was like, when they were in the Chinese restaurant, it all flooded back to me, and I was just like, oh my god, of course, this is what happens.
I think, the thing that carries this through the whole film is the chemistry between Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan. Genuinely, I think their acting, not only as their actual characters, but as the reverse characters, is really, really, really fucking good. Like Lindsay Lohan, I think Lindsay Lohan playing an older, uptight mum is very, very funny. But I also think Jamie Lee Curtis playing a 17-year-old teenager is so funny. She is so hilarious.
I think Jamie Lee Curtis is the better of the two, but not by much.
I completely disagree.
I completely agree.
No, I completely disagree. I think... Oh, wait, it's frozen. Why have I frozen?
Luckily our internet cut you off on a stupid...
No, I completely disagree. Lindsay Lohan is a young actor at this point, and I found her performance so believable. Jamie Lee Curtis got to have.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying she's bad. I'm just saying she's like.
I know you're not saying she's bad, but I think Jamie Lee Curtis had the easier role of just going to have fun, whereas Lindsay Lohan had to switch tricks more. And I know I enjoyed Lindsay Lohan's performance more than Jamie Lee Curtis personally.
But I found it a lot funnier when Jamie Lee Curtis just says, "Mummy, help me," and then puts her head on Lindsay Lohan's shoulder. I found that so funny. I think the way their perfect acting comes out is in the scene when the morning after the change actually happens, of them trying to like figure out how to like go back and like what they're going to do about it. I think that scene is played really well. Like I think it's directed really well. I think it's written really well, and I think it's acted well.
I think so. But that's where the confusion started for me. It got worse. I mean, it got worse. I think I was almost.
How did you find this movie confusing?
Because what do you mean? How do you find it confusing? Because they've swapped bodies, but they're still going with the personality. Because I think at the start, their personalities are so cut and dry that they're so teenage girl in middle-aged woman and middle-aged woman in teenage girl. And that's...
But then they have to start acting like each other a little bit.
That's it. The further you get into the film, the more that crossover happens, where they're sort of meeting in the middle. They're both mid-20s.
It's because they understand each other more. You get it.
It's the whole point of the film.
Exactly.
You get it. I found the start.
No, you get it. I got it. I was...
I found the start of the film a little insufferable because of how Anna's just being mistreated. Like, her mum's getting remarried after her dad has died. Anna is portrayed as being rebellious, as Chandler mentioned, but she has a teacher that genuinely is out to get her. She's being bullied by her childhood friend that comes across all perfect. And whenever they try and have a conversation about this, Tess just doesn't listen, ever, to what her daughter's saying. It's ridiculous. So I actually don't think that the whole moral of the story is they need to understand each other. Nah, no it fucking ain't. The moral of the story is Jamie Lee Curtis needs to give her daughter some time to speak and maybe give her the benefit of the doubt at first and listen. Because she's just bullying her daughter. Also, the brother is a little prick and he got away with everything. He got away with everything and poor, it's just bullying.
That's a little brother being a little brother. Annoying.
Yes, it is.
That is the job of the little brother is to annoy your older siblings.
No, that's fine.
My 6 older siblings will pay testimony to how annoying their little siblings are.
We don't need that.
But
we know.
Shut up. But it pays so much because later on in the film, when the son is like the teacher of the little brother brings out his paper of why he loves his sister so much.
Yeah.
That's proper family. Annoy them to their face, but if you say one bad thing about them behind their back, they will kill you.
But that's fine. That's not my point I'm trying to make. That's not the problem. The little lad is allowed to be a little wanker. The problem was that he got away with it every time, and it was even more compounded bullying from the mother to her daughter. This isn't a story about mutual understanding. It's a story about fixing a parent's shit parenting.
No, but I also think like, because at the end of the film, when they're getting ready for the rehearsal dinner, is only when Anna in Lindsay Lohan in Jamie Lee Curtis' body opens up about why she's like got all the teenage angst about her remarrying.
But I don't actually think they explore that.
But it's more a lesson in like communication both ways.
Tell me, do they explore
yes,
much of her feelings towards her dad passing and her mum remarrying? Very little. The main crux, barely. The main crux is her liking Chad Michael Murray, a teacher that's a wanker, a girl that bullies her, and then obviously the closing point of the film is she wants to go do this band competition, and it's on the same night as her mum's rehearsal dinner for a new wedding. So yeah, fair enough. She would obviously rather go to the Battle of the Bands thing instead of watching her mum marry another man. But
rehearsal dinner, not marriage.
The rehearsal marry another man. Yeah.
Which again, as I said as I was watching this film, is the stupidest American tradition in the world. Why do you need to rehearse eating your dinner? Like, what is the point in a rehearsal dinner?
Surely it's
like
more than
genuinely. It's not the wedding. She's not missing the wedding.
Is it not more than that? Is that
I like it. Because it means that you can sit there and be like, okay, last night I had 16 beers. We know that 15 is the limit now. 16 is blackout. Thank God we did this test.
You're right. That is so stupid. I thought it was a dinner party post, like a wedding rehearsal, but it's just a pre-wedding party.
Yeah. That's why American weddings are so expensive.
Another reason that their mum's fucking bitch.
No, I think that's just all Americans
How many
have that
s-
tradition.
Go provide.
If you're American listening to this podcast, please get in contact at our Hopp page or on social media. Tell us why Americans have rehearsals dinners, because we do not know.
Do you get like more valid time off because you get no annual leave? Is that why you have them?
So, don't know.
It's fair enough. I'd have to agree.
I also really enjoy Chad Michael Murray in this film. Again, such an early 2000s like icon. And the one note I wrote down when he was on screen is Chad Michael Murray is actually really good looking.
Okay.
A handsome man with a horrible facial hair in
It's
this
very handsome.
film. That is a facial hair that you can only have young, because by the time you're old, you look creepy as fuck. Which I've seen the trailer for Freakier Friday. He still has it, and he looks creepy.
I really enjoyed his scene with Jamie Lee Curtis later on in the film when they're like having their date. And I enjoy Jamie Lee Curtis fawning over Chad Michael Murray, who I really hope is like 18, or at least his character is meant to be 18, because otherwise that's fucking weird.
It's full Schofield.
He's
It's
meant,
full Schofield.
I think he's meant to be like first year college age. So yeah. Because he's
Okay,
meant to be a
fair
little
enough.
older, and he seems like he's volunteering at the school. He works in the coffee shop. But I found that whole plot thread necessary yet horrific. I did not like it.
I did find him when he was like singing outside their house, much like my singing, a little bit insufferable.
The coffee shop date was good fun, and there's like a teenage boy fancying an older woman is a tale as old as time. But I feel like when Tess kisses him as Anna, feels like they were trying to give kind of an ending to that coffee shop scene in a roundabout way, and also make it not look creepy, but it was creepy.
Creepy. And you move on from the coffee shop scene to them. Is it just after that where she's riding on the bike and hanging onto the back of him, and Mark Harmon, who's taken the day off from NCIS, sees this? It's creepy. It's creepy.
They shirked around the dad kissing Anna with Tess as Anna, and they avoided that the whole film because they know it's creepy, yet they did it the other way round. Not that definitely hasn't aged the best.
No, but I also think it's quite insufferable how his character acts after that. Like the singing at the window, then comes to the rehearsal dinner, like trying to proclaim his love to Jamie Lee Curtis. I found it all quite insufferable. However, I did enjoy the line of that Lindsay Lohan says to Jamie Lee Curtis after she kisses him, saying, "Well, I can tell you this, at least he likes you for your mind," which is quite a nice thing, because that's not very common in early 2000s films, because, well, just go watch Mean Girls, and it's the opposite of that.
The rehearsal dinner is one that actually you bring up a great point that sticks out for me. Is I was like, dude, what? I think I verbally went, dude, what the fuck are you doing? This is creepy. Go away. She has led him on.
Yeah, but he's been led on.
Yeah.
He's been led on. Now he's turned up in like this rehearsal dinner. Maybe Mark Harmon will be called into NCIS to deal with another dead Marine, and I can step in.
His Mark Harmon, his relationship actually was, although brief and only in little bits, was quite nice with the family. Like he clearly wants to be a good influence role model, and I think he can see the issues with Tess and Anna more clearly from the outside looking in, and I think he understands the situation a bit more, and it's just like, let her live sort of thing. And He's the whole reason that she gets to do the Battle of the Bands. Although, when they're performing, that fake guitar playing is not fooling anyone.
No, it is awful.
It's
genuinely
really
bad. Like as I said before, as a
musician,
guitarist,
go on, do it. Go on, swear it, you little shit.
As a professional musician,
as a wannabe professional musician,
no, do it properly.
and a wannabe professional podcaster, I thought I found it like it is her fake guitar playing is not fooling the people they're auditioning for, nor the crowd that they are playing to. However, it is very much what like a middle-aged mum would try and play guitar as if she was trying to mime it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
It reminded me of that trend of people asking their parents to dance like they did when they went clubbing in the 80s and stuff. And the moves are a bit goofy to us, but they can move. They can dance.
It's going to be like when people ask us, well, how did we dance in clubs? And it'll just be loads of guys in a row just doing this. Fist pumps.
Yeah.
No, wrong. It'll be loads of guys doing the gritty.
Rock.
Just
Just Jen Alpha and do TikTok dancing up until they're 75 years old.
No, it'll actually be us flossing.
Oh, yeah.
Flossing! Gangnam Style!
Gangnam stuff. I just going back to the stepfather, going back to Mark. I did enjoy. I enjoyed how he comes. I agree with James. I enjoy how his portrayal of trying to integrate himself with the family comes across. Like he wants to have a relationship with Tess, but only when Tess feels comfortable having it. Sorry, Anna. He only wants a relationship with Anna when Anna feels comfortable enough to come to him and not force himself upon her in a stepfather nurturing way, not a stepfather porn way.
You can't see that anymore.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Oh no, stepdad, I'm stuck.
Oh my god.
But anyway,
now we're thinking it.
So like he wants to build like a nurturing parental father figure, but not on her terms, not his terms. So I think is really nice in which is how it should be approached in like a blended family way. God, that took a while to get to.
You beat around that bush just like your personal life. I think it'd be nice.
But yeah, I also think. But I also I also think that his way of just saying, just go to the audition and come back in 20 minutes. Like that's what you want to do, so go do it. And it's like really in like a loving way of like, I know this will make you happy, so you go do it, instead of forcing you to be a part of a thing that you don't want to be a part of. I thought that was really nice as well.
It's also a slight change up from like the evil step parent. I guess the go-to in this sort of, I don't know if it's more of a 90s, like 80s, 90s thing, where like the step parent would be like, no, you have to be here. It's important to your mother that you are here, so you will stay. It's a bit of a change up from that.
Yeah. Isn't that the case in Parent Trap?
Oh, you might be right.
Isn't that the case of Lindsay Lohan in Parent Trap? The stepfather. No, I think I'm thinking of a different film actually. I must be thinking of a different film.
I don't know why I was thinking of Cheaper by the Dozen, which is not true.
That's not true.
No.
Hilary Duff. She was my childhood crush for sure. Cheaper by the Dozen and Lizzie McGuire.
Was she your early 2000s?
Absolutely was. And now she's grown up into a wonderful woman with absolute bunda. Cut that.
that is single-handedly the much worse comment than what I just made.
Yeah, probably. No, it's not. You talked about fucking
this
stepdad
is
porn. I just said Lindsay Lohan's
Yes.
I said Hilary Duff's got back, and you were talking about stepdad porn with an underage girl in a film.
Because the way I was trying to say made it sound terrible.
And anyway, there's
note to editor Chandler. Whatever James says, you cannot take out bunda comment because he said it and it has to stay in.
Oh, whatever. No one listens anyway. You're right.
There's the intro.
You're right to make the evil step parent comparison where this film does have it, because this, as we've discussed, this film has evil parent. Doesn't need evil step parent. Someone's got to be good.
Yeah, but it's evil in like it's the most un-Disney sense of the word evil. The only thing she's not doing is really communicating. Like I think everyone else in this film is highly likable. Even the grandfather, who has some sort of like wartime PTSD of earthquakes that's just not explained. It's really nice. Like, the main cast is just full of nice people. And then you go out to the bully that, for some reason, is just Happy Gilmore fighting Lindsay Lohan, where she's pulling a t-shirt over her head.
I think I've got. I think something nice to do that we did in the previous episode is your favourite points of the body swap. Like, what were your favourite moments during the body swap? What did you like the most? I really enjoyed the makeover for Tess that Lindsay Lohan did for her, I guess. Getting her ear pierced about 7 times in one go. Is that allowed? I don't know. The haircut, the clothes. She looks great.
I think my favourite... I was going to say wife swap bit. That's not right. I'll start this again. It's the bit where Mark Harmon has a go on them both. My favourite body swap is probably... that scene on the stairs where they're just sort of... That's their first real challenge. The challenge with the young lad is not really... They're just like, you have to be nicer to him now. You're his mum. And you just can't be a dick. You're meant to be his mum. That's all he knows.
And you've got to be a cunt.
Yeah. Yeah, whereas on the stairs, that's their first real like interaction with a knowing adult. So they're like, she's like, "Hi, honey," and she's like, "Shouldn't have done that. Got to backpedal now."
I actually really like the little moments that the little kid notices. I think those are really nice and like telling. So like how a kid notices more the differences in someone's personality than the actual knowing adults. Like the grandfather and the guy can't tell, but the little boy knows that they're acting like each other. So I quite enjoy those moments. The funny bit, one of the good body swap. It's not really the body swap moment between them, but the scene where Lindsay Lohan tells the Mr. Bates off. Basically, she works out why Stephen Trabolowski is picking on Anna, and goes on about like because her mum rejected him for the prom, and he goes, "You were weird and creepy, and that's why she rejected you." I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that.
They both have arguably one key failure each as each other and one key success. And I think the key failure for Tess as Anna is when she tries to become friends with the bully again, because they were friends once upon a time, and the bully just like tricks her into looking like she cheated on the test. But then she succeeds by making up for it. One, with the English teacher and learning that when she said the teacher was out to get her, he actually was. And then the Chad Michael Murray helping her get into the office to finish her test, and then she destroys the bully's test and writes "I'm stupid" on it. I think they're kind of like, even though Chad Michael Murray's like, "You're childish," I think that was a nice, ironically, because it's a 45-year-old woman in her body. But yeah, I think that's a success. And then alternatively, you have the failure of the book interview, which did not go well. And
I disagree. I loved that bit.
It's fun. No, actually, it didn't
the book
go
interview
well
went very well.
for the book, did it?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, no, it's not a failure of a scene. I mean, it's a failure in the sense of her advertising her book. But then she succeeded in some of the therapy with the woman that wouldn't understand her daughter, and basically just aired out all her own feelings about her own mother, and it worked for the therapy.
I loved when they body swap and Lindsay Lohan's character in Jamie Lee Curtis's body is then having to deal with all of her patients, and it's just it's perfectly acted in the way that someone who doesn't know how to deal with people having episodes and massive separation anxiety, I think the one guy has, where it's like, I'm going on my honeymoon next week and there's no service on the north side of the island, I've checked. Like, how do you deal with that guy? You just be like, okay, calm down, sorry.
I really enjoyed the scene of when they go back to the Chinese restaurant, and then they basically, the two Chinese ladies, they say, "You read fortune." You go. I'm not doing that accent.
You need to leave that in because it's funny, but you realised you're
you need to leave. Yeah.
No, I don't.
The mother and daughter, all of their interactions in the Chinese restaurant and the mother and daughter are quite funny. And the mum's just mischievous, but it's like, they're getting married tomorrow. It's like, why does no one tell me anything?
I enjoy the daughter knowing her mum, the Chinese daughter knowing that her mum has fucked up, essentially, and just keeps getting involved in other people's lives. Like when that joke comes back around at the end, when she gives fortune cookies to the kid and the grandfather, and then she has to jump across and knock them out the hands. I thought that was really funny.
Also, but they absolute masterclass of business, because Anna cancelled the rehearsal to the caterer, so the Chinese restaurant covered it instead. So it's all worked out there, really.
It was all their plan.
It's all a brilliant plan.
All their plan all along.
I can't imagine it was cheap with less than a day's notice to have a restaurant close, cover your rehearsal dinner, and get all the goods for it. So quite impressive. Quite impressive. Now, this film, I feel like it bookends a little bit. It's almost like this is one of the starting films for Lindsay Lohan's career and the greater stages of her career. And then Freakier Friday is coming out, and it feels like that is again kind of a part of a new beginning for Lindsay Lohan now that she's over some of her troubles with addiction and legal troubles and some parental troubles she had in her time. I'm curious to see kind of what's next for her, because let's be real, she hasn't had the easiest run of it being as a child star. It's often quite hard for them.
I would agree. I think going back and rewatching this has definitely made me, again, for the third film in a row for this trilogy, it has actually made me more excited that there is a reboot coming out. And, you know, the three films, the four films that I think Lindsay Lohan is obviously most famous for is Parent Trap, this, Mean Girls, and Herbie Fully Loaded. But I stand by that. I think those are probably her four most sort of famous films. She's also in like one of the Scary Movies. Actually, to be fair, one of her other famous films is a film called Just My Luck with Chris Pine. She's actually really good in that. And Busted / McFly are in that as well, which I can't remember which random British pop band are in that one. But yeah, so and you go back and look at her filmography. She is not bad. She is very good in everything that she is in. She is a very good actress. So I'm really actually looking forward more to Freakier Friday now than I was than when I found out that it was coming out a few weeks ago.
Is she in Freakier Friday? Are they both in Freakier Friday?
Yeah, they're both in Freakier Friday.
So it looks...
So they're just doing that again?
So that was my concern with all of these, is that they're just doing it again. So from the seams of it, Anna and her daughter swap, and Jamie Lee Curtis and Anna's to-be stepdaughter swap as well. And the kids, by the sounds of it, don't want their parents to get married. But the trailer looked fun, and it had the Lindsay Lohan Anna's Band song playing in the trailer as a theme song for it, which is great.
And Chad Michael Murray is apparently returning, which, again, he's good to look at.
Yeah, but James has already said that his facial hair is unsettling.
And he looks like he works in a record store, which feels appropriate for his character.
But this is only my second Linlo. Is that what they call her? Linlo? They should call her Linlo. If we're calling J-Lo, we should call her Linlo.
Oh no, I was going to say, why don't we call her Seahan, but that sounds wrong.
No, Linlo was fine. We didn't need that. And it wasn't an improvement.
We didn't need to workshop that.
This is my second... Yeah, no, we didn't have to workshop it. This is my second Linlo movie. I've seen Mean Girls. I'm not overly inspired by Mean Girls.
You take that back.
I think this was a much better performance than Mean Girls, but that's obviously the case. It's a more challenging role.
It's
not just playing herself.
Yeah.
It was always going to be tougher. I think I have seen Herbie in this because it's Herbie. The star of the film is I also don't know anything about what she went through. Is she a drug addict? Or is she a recovering drug addict?
Yeah,
she's had
like
a number
drugs,
of
and then
I know
went to
her.
prison.
I know her more as a
Yeah.
joke. I know her more as a joke than I do as an actual artist, which is very, very sad.
That's kind of the point. I think she is in the past few years. She has popped up in things and like horror movies especially, and she's done a few. She's done a few like sort of low budget indie films that have gotten quite a bit of hype. She also appeared in the Mean Girls musical film as well as a cameo. So she is popping back up in things.
It's really nice to see.
And
because
so yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is really nice to see. She's a great actress. I'm here for any other film she wants to be in.
she had a troubled childhood by the sounds of it, with parents with addiction and problems. And she obviously had being a child actress is tough. Seen it with loads of stars. She had her own battles with addiction, DUIs and car accidents and legal troubles, and Chandler mentioned prison. It does sound like she's worked everything out, which is nice. That's kind of what I mean when I say that's this kind of the start of another era maybe for her. It's funny you mentioned Just My Luck, Chandler, because that was considered her first bomb. That's what the first film where she got really hounded for. She actually got a nomination for her first Golden Raspberry nomination for Worst Actress. And that's when she
I wish she
moved
got nominated for a Razzie.
Yeah.
I actually really like Just My Luck. I think it's quite a funny film.
It says I thought I remember it fondly, but it was the one that said it broke her winning streak. Before that, it was just kind of hit after hit for her. And also her political views are great. She hated Brexit.
Okay. She also popped up recently in one of the. She also popped up recently in one of the shitty Netflix Christmas movies. So maybe we can watch that for our next Christmas trilogy.
I am intrigued because I enjoyed. I can't remember what it was.
Hot Frosty.
I enjoyed Hot Frosty.
Frosty.
It was so shit. It was fun. It was a fun watch actually. To the point where I'm welcome to watching this year's Netflix Christmas film.
It takes time, and for the last time in this trilogy, very sad. 3 weeks in the making.
We've got fourth take coming next, mate.
It will be, of course, the fourth take will be next week. So please look out for that. James, your take.
Sorry, Alex, you sound so thrilled about that. Really, really happy about the fourth take, aren't you? Please send us your questions.
Alex isn't going to be here to record it.
Please send us
thoughts
and questions.
So please do not listen to the fourth take. I like it when we take a dive on viewership when I'm not
here. You're fanning his ego, feeding it metaphorical grapes in his throne. Fucking arsehole.
James, can you give us your take, please?
Sure. Can you calm him down, please? Freaky Friday, as almost similar to last week. I went in low. I went in thinking it was not gonna live up to when I watched it when I was young, because hey, you love terrible films when you're young. But it's a good film. I'm actually surprised by the popcorn meter. I wonder if that is, and the audience score. I wonder if that is sort of a response to Lindsay Lohan's troubled career. It would feel weird if it is. The rating of 6.3 on IMDb seems fine. 88% on critics on Rotten Tomatoes seems way too high. A nice 73. I rate it 73%, I think.
Very specific.
Yeah, not quite 75. You know, we don't want to be 3/4 there. You know, 73 is good. Yeah, enjoyable. I think Lindsay Lohan has a genuinely great performance. I think Jamie Lee Curtis's performance is great. I mean, come on, Jamie Lee Curtis is a brilliant actor. But her career's been kind of smooth. Lindsay Lohan has not been. And she was definitely at the peak of her powers. She was the it girl. And I think this film's a bit of it's a little time capsule. It's a bit of a smash hit. I like the music. I like the story. Although I think the mum's a bit of a twat, and it's not really coming to a mutual understanding. I think it's the mum learning to be a parent is the main thing of the film. Good fun. Actually glad to have picked it up and watched it again. When Freakier Friday is out on Sky Movies, I will watch it. So another year.
Alex?
I enjoyed this. It's a Disney vibe. It's a Disney vibe with two unbelievable actors in the lead of it. It's nice. It's nice. I kind of agree with the critics' score that maybe the critics should be a bit low. It's a bit harsh. Yeah, I think it has been reviewed, maybe because of Lynn Lowe's drug escapade. That's probably why. But as heartwarming as it is, we should remember that this is also so. Really, we should have watched that first. We've made a terrible mistake. And as good as this one is, maybe the next edition will be even better. Maybe we'll be talking 90% across the board on RT. And maybe even to keep someone happy, a Guardian journalist will give it a 3. I don't know. It hasn't got some mention of socialism in it or something, so they won't rate it very. But, yeah, lovely film.
So, my overall take from this film is pretty much on par with the other two. Like, great vibes, good soundtrack, great acting. I also think one thing we've not really touched on, which I actually found really touching, was Jamie Lee Curtis's speech at the end during the wedding rehearsal. That did actually, that did touch on me quite a lot.
I nearly cried. I genuinely nearly cried.
Yeah, there was a definite tear in my eye as well. Watching that, as I said, it was a definite nostalgia trip. My partner loves this film. She loved rewatching it as well. So I'm actually really happy that we've revisited it. I am looking forward to Freakier Friday. I honestly, like, when I heard that Freakier Friday was coming out, I was like, again, another body swap film. This has made me more inclined to go see it. I will probably go see it. But I'm just interested about how they're going to approach it. Because as I said at the forum, there are many films that have done this in the past. Like, this isn't the original body swap film. So I'm interested to see how they package up a body swap film for 2025. So that remains to be seen. But I'm still looking forward to it. So yeah, overall, great film, great acted, well acted, should say, better grammar. And I'm really glad we revisited, to be honest. And the songs are absolute bangers. Pink Slip, the actual Australian band that released those songs. Well done. Good songs. Hope you're back in the sequel, and I hope you made your bag.
Yeah, I do. I hope maybe we can go watch Herbie Fully Loaded and do anthropomorphic cars for our next series.
Yeah. But very quickly, boys, what are your ranking of our 3 films in this trilogy?
Go on, James.
I think it's like this. I think we've all liked the films this series, which is rare. Definitely rare for us. Normally, there's something in there we don't really agree with, but it's been a jolly good time. What a movie for the ages. I will put Freaky Friday as a strong 3rd place, which does hurt me, but I do really like it. And it doesn't take that away. It deserves that bronze medal. If we did another load of films, maybe I could keep it 3 and it looks a little bit better for it. But it can be that meme of the guy winning bronze and celebrating harder than 1st and 2nd place with the champagne. Lindsay Lohan and champagne. Maybe she needs to stay away from that, actually. Now, this is where it gets really difficult, because I think Naked Gun is a better movie. Like, it is genuinely a gift to cinema, to comedy. It is fantastic. And Happy Gilmore is good but isn't good.
That's outrageous.
I love Happy Gilmore. So I am putting Happy Gilmore first and The Naked Gun second. But it's really hard to do that, because Naked Gun, one of those is just an Adam Sandler film, which is a gift to cinema. And one of them is genuinely, I think, iconic. I think Naked Gun is iconic, and I'm so glad I watched it. Yeah, that'll
Alex.
do.
I'm very clear on my 3rd place. My 3rd place is Freaky Friday. This is the way I'm thinking of it. Is there a better Sandler film? Yeah, there's probably 2 than Happy Gilmore.
You're going to make me want to change my mind, bitch.
But in terms of remakes, which is how we're judging this, I haven't seen either, so I can't use that as a metric.
We're not judging it on remakes, we're judging it on these films that all happen to be getting wonderful sequels.
You know what? I'm gonna say, because of the joyous time I had,
Naked Gun is you in a
Naked Gun's
film.
on top, and Happy Gilmore
Naked
takes
Gun's
second.
on top.
Naked Gun is you
Yeah.
as a film,
I-
Alex.
Naked Gun is me on it is exactly my humour.
It's so you. Emily saw the start and goes,
So-
Alex will love this, so that makes sense.
So I think this is the first time in history of the Three Takes of Stupidity podcast.
No way are you going Freaky Friday not in third.
So I am gonna go
Oh, he is.
Happy Gilmore number 1
Okay.
Ooh.
because Happy Gilmore I think is actually the best film out of all three of these on pretty much every level. On every level, the only thing I think Naked Gun
I don't
has
agree with
over
that.
Happy is
It's
the only
funny.
thing I think
every
Naked Gun.
level.
No, wait. The only thing I think
You
Naked Gun
say
has
some
over
outrageous
Gilmore
sentences, Chandler.
is the only thing that Naked Gun has over Happy Gilmore is the amount of jokes in the film.
It's funnier.
I think every
No.
joke is very good. I think
No,
I
the
think it has
quality is
more jokes
so
in it.
high.
I also think Happy Gilmore jokes
No.
are so high as well.
You know.
And as Christopher
Happy
Walken impression,
Gilmore. I just didn't
I-
disrespect
No.
Adam Sandler.
I think they're both. Don't get me wrong. I think Happy Gilmore and The Naked Gun are both gifts to comedy. But yeah, Happy Gilmore number 1 for me, and then it's so close between number 2 and number.
I'm going to enjoy this if you do what I
What?
think you're going to do.
What?
But I am putting
Hey, man.
Freaky Friday second.
Man, hey. Fucking stick to those guns, boy.
It's because I had a more enjoyable time watching Freaky Friday than I did Naked Gun, and more importantly, as a film, Freaky Friday has a much more coherent storyline than Naked Gun,
Yeah, fair. I like to...
and then as a very
so not true. That's
And
so
it's-
not true.
And,
That's so not true. Because in The Naked Gun, it's clearly obvious.
boys,
O.J. Simpson goes to the heroin vault, and then the Queen's getting shot.
boys,
But yeah,
boys.
and then there's a very close to Naked Gun, and I actually think that's the first time in Three Takes of Stupidity that we've all got different orders.
Now, boys.
As we always say on this podcast, everyone's entitled to an opinion. It's just a shame that Chandler's wrong.
I want us to zip it, boys, because we can save this argument for the fourth take. Because, yeah, wow.
Please, next week we are going to be doing our next fourth take on the long-awaited comedy sequel. So please do get your questions, comments, argue with our opinions, please, and we will comment on them in our next pod. You can find us on all social media. Find us at our Hopp page. Get them in. Comment on anything. And say what other films are getting long-awaited sequels as well. And me, James, and Alex can discuss the merits of all. But for now, Alex, lead us out.
That's it, done and dusted for the long-awaited comedy sequel trilogy. But by its nature, we'll be doing it again in about 10 years' time. So join us next week for the fourth take, where we'll be discussing the long-awaited sequels trilogy, Chandler's hunt for a new bike, and James offers to fight the local butcher. It's goodbye from James.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Chandler.
Goodbye.
And I have been Linlow. Our public safety announcement this week is a very clear one. Don't do drugs and don't get your children into child acting. Goodbye.
Please don't forget to rate and review the podcast on your platform of choice. It really helps us grow. Make sure to follow us on our socials and our individual Letterboxd accounts. The links can be found in the description or at www.hop.bio/3takes or search for 3 Takes of Stupidity on most platforms. We're most active on TikTok, Instagram and YouTube. Please send us your film and trilogy suggestions to our Hopp page on social media, or you can email us at 3takesofstupidity@gmail.com. Thank you and hope to have you back.